It seems scarcely possible to imagine that it's this time last year that we were standing here watching the Mike de Kock horses work, and behind me is the grandstand of Maidan. Behind that, of course, is the Burj Khalifa, the world's tallest residential building, and Mike de Kock's horses have just gone through their paces. The first event on the card for the Mike de Kock yard will be race number 2, which is the Godolphin Mile, which sees Soft Falling Rain defending his title last year. Of course, he was a horse that travelled wide for much of the journey and showed enormous resolution to come home with a lot of courage and a lot of conviction. He renews rivalry with a horse called Variety Club, who's South Africa's dual horse of the year. He was victorious in his first start here at Maidan, but found one too good for him in the second start, which he might have just been a little bit flattered.
Variety Club lengthens now, comes after the leader. Sharuk's 3 lengths away, she's running on. Variety Club's gone to Capital Attraction. Sharuk's trying to run the South African down. Variety Club in front, Sharuk's picking him up. Sharuk's going home the better. This little lady loves the all-weather at Maidan. Sharuk wins the Burj Nahar, drawing away from Variety Club.
We move on to the second event on the card, which is the Gold Cup run over 2 miles, and Star Empire's Mike de Kock's entry. He's had a very, very good build-up. He's an extremely fit and strong horse and will give a very good account of himself, but will have to beat the defending champion Cavalry Man. Okay, then. Mike de Kock has been victorious in the United Arab Emirates Derby on 5 occasions, and he's got the progressive Jalota in this particular race. He hasn't won during the carnival, but he looks like his preparation has been geared specifically for the big night on the 29th of March. Shay Shay is the defending champion in the Al Quaz Sprint. His preparation has gone almost verbatim the way it did last year. He's only had the 1 run, but he was victorious in that, coming with a storming run towards the outside of the track, and Christophe Soumillon and Mike de Kock are absolutely delighted with his preparation for this year's crack at the Al Quaz Sprint.
Shay Shay's come to the extreme outside in front of Soul Power, and Mundahesh was last of all. 200 metres left to go, and Shay Shay found the outside rail and surged to the front. Artug trying to go with him. Shay Shay in front of Artug. Shay Shay in front, and Shay Shay beat Artug.
No runners in the Golden Shaheen, and we move on to the Dubai Duty Free, where we see a horse by the name of Vercingetorix. He's unbeaten, 6 from 6, and he bids for his 7th consecutive victory. He hasn't beaten the strongest of fields in his 2 starts here at the Maidan track, but Mike de Kock believes that he will be equal to the task, the son of Silvana. And his stable companion is also in the race. His name is Anaerobio.
500 metres left to run in the Jebel Hatta. Anaerobio's moved away from the rail, left the fence. Vercingetorix has room on the inside, then Quick Wit, followed by Vancouverite and Mushrek on the outside.
We didn't think there was anything wrong with his riding tactics, but there's no doubt that he will probably go to the head of affairs. The Shima Classic is the penultimate race on the card, over 1.5 miles on grass, and it is Mars, who ran in the Investec Derby, who'll be running in the Wilkeborst Drift colours of Mary Slack. His preparation has been absolutely spot on, and he gets the trip now that he will be most effective. He renews rivalry with some of the other horses that participated in the Investec Derby, and we're looking forward to a cracking performance from Mars. Finally, one of the most unlikely competitors for the Dubai World Cup is a horse called Sanshawis. He's got very good form back in South Africa. Wasn't the smoothest of movers, but since he's come to the Mike de Kock stable, he's been an absolute revelation during the carnival, having won twice and of course having run second to a very, very good horse last time out in Prince Bishop. So Sanshawis is South Africa's sole entrant in the Dubai World Cup, and tomorrow hopefully we'll have a chance to speak to the master himself, Mike de Kock, with regard to the way he sees their preparation for this year's crack at the Dubai World Cup. $27.25 million worth of prize money on offer on the richest day in horse racing in the world.